Going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Living in Arizona, and today we're going to talk about Coolidge. What's the buzz about Coolidge? Everyone who's been there so far that comes from out of state and goes to Coolidge and says, wow, I went to Coolidge, and if there was one place I didn't really like, it was Coolidge. Well, here's the buzz. There's two electric or clean energy vehicle plants being built out there. Number one company, Nikola, and number two is Lucid Motors. So these two companies have proposed plants. These are publicly traded companies, or companies that are getting ready to go public, and they're going to be bringing jobs and a lot of economic, stimulus to the area of Coolidge, which is about 45 minutes to an hour from downtown Phoenix. So if you're new to this channel, you can subscribe if you like things all related to living in Arizona. And you can see here's our channel. We've got a big catalog of different content. And also I'd like to invite some of you on Urban J Reviews, my new channel, which is Urban J Reviews. You can see right here I've got a lot of different content. Everything from my gnome garden, my solar lights, how to install security camera, hardwire, my solar security light. It's a lot of different content. So let's go ahead and dive in here and let's get started talking about Coolidge. But before we do, I'm going to drive down Coolidge and show you what it looks like driving through Coolidge. So let's begin. Crush up the likes if you like this video. So this here is Coolidge, Arizona. If you blink, you might miss it. No, but this town is, it's been around for a while, but it's starting to move up the ranks of places around Metro Phoenix that people would consider moving to. But it looks sleepy, as you can tell. This is right down the heart of Coolidge on highway, well, actually called Arizona Boulevard, also known as, what is it, State Route 187?
Correct.
Or 287, I can't remember, but you can just call it Arizona Boulevard. This is what it looks like for those of you wanting to move to Coolidge. It's probably about an hour away from most of the outskirts of Metro Phoenix, so it's pretty far out here. We just drove right through the heart of Coolidge. That's why some people say it kind of looks like a ghost town down there. But the gentrification that's about to take place in Coolidge because of these factories and manufacturing establishments that are moving out there and taking advantage of the cheap land, that's what's going to make this place gentrify. Kind of like what Buckeye was. You guys have heard me say 20 years ago, 30 years ago, Buckeye was no doubt the armpit of Phoenix. Well, right now, Coolidge is the armpit of Phoenix. And it's so far out there, it's not even Phoenix. In fact, this is where Coolidge is. I mean, we all know that this Phoenix to Tucson mega corridor, here's Tucson right here, here's Phoenix, is all going to be filled in at some point in the next 50 years. But right here is Coolidge. You have Casa Grande right here. Now here's Santan Valley right here. So you can see Coolidge is even beyond the other side of Santan Mountains. And right here is Chandler. So Coolidge is quite a bit out there, but because they're building these plants out there, it's going to bring a lot of activity. And some of these companies that are going out there, here's Lucid Motors. So Lucid Motors marks start of construction at Arizona Electric Vehicle Factory site. So you can see this is December 2nd, 2019. Lucid Motors, together with Arizona Governor Doug Ducey, the Arizona Commerce Authority, and local officials today celebrated the start of the construction of its electric vehicle manufacturing facility. An investment of over $300 million. Okay, so there's a lot of money going into these electric cars. You guys know about Tesla stock. Now that's run by Elon Musk. A lot of it's going to come down to who's running the company, and Elon Musk is a power player. I'm not so sure that Lucid Motors is going to have a power player at the helm, but they could. We'll see, right? And then this other company called Nikola, Tesla, but it's the first name of Nikola, right? But these guys are more based on hydrogen cars, so that's kind of interesting. But they currently only have about 250 employees, but they're getting ready to ramp up to about 2,000 from what I understand. Now, here's a press release from the city of Coolidge. So you could see Arizona's infrastructure has to be able to keep up with the state's rapid economic and population growth, said McSally. So Martha McSally helped get this sizable investment from Nikola, the company, which is getting ready to be publicly traded. I believe it already is publicly traded, but I checked the stock ticker. I couldn't buy it right now. So you could see right here, Pinal County will receive $15.3 million for its Inland Port Arizona Improvement Project. The project will improve roadway infrastructure necessary to support Inland Port Arizona and its anchor tenant, Nikola Motor Company. So I just showed you guys Nikola Motor Corp. You guys can go on their website and dig around. You guys can do a little bit of research on this company, Nikola. The guy on here was actually on CNBC. I think it was Fast Money the other day. So I think he's from Phoenix. If you guys want to know more about Coolidge, you know, you could probably head out there. But bear in mind, what you see right now in Coolidge and what Coolidge is going to look like in 20, 30 years, you've got to be a real revolutionary forward thinker of what's coming there. So to you guys who want to get a cheap piece of raw land, you know, if you want to play the cards, you know, it's a gamble, it's a risk. What if these guys don't work out? What if this whole project goes upside down? What if they don't do it, deliver everything on they say they did? Then, you know, you're stuck with this raw land out in Coolidge. But with everything, you know, high risk, high reward. Coolidge is one of those places that's come up on the radar. I just showed you guys where it is on the map. If you guys want to dial it in a little bit closer, it's next to the Casa Grande ruins right there. You can see there's the Casa Grande ruins. I think I've already made a video of it. I know I have footage of it if I haven't already posted. I have a lot of footage I haven't already posted. If you guys want me to dial in some other areas, I did get some conversation that's starting up about Apache Junction. You can see there's Apache Junction. I'm starting to get a lot more questions about Apache Junction. I can go into more detail about that as time comes up. But in the comments below, let me know where you guys want me to talk about, because Coolidge kept coming up. I finally made the video, right? I've made the video about Maricopa. I've made the video about Casa Grande and some of these other places. But next up is going to have to be Apache Junction at some point. So thanks to everyone who's been crushing up the likes, subscribing to this channel, and also keeping up with me on my other channel. Links in the description below to my other channels, also to the real estate agent that I work with and my loan officer that I work with. Feel free to click those links and get information from them, even about Coolidge. Right? See y'all.